Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning LaLa Land. We are so excited to have Ms. Julie Mintz in the house. You are such a star, gorgeous. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
You're so beautiful. I love your freckles. It's
Thank
so
you.
refreshing.
I try not to cover them.
I love
feel
it.
Like
There's
my
like
unique
that
signature.
that filter
I was gonna say.
on
She's the real life version of that
she's the
filter.
real version of
That
that
filter.
Everybody wants to look like that.
Right?
Yeah.
Aw, thank you.
Well, we're so excited to have you here. Obviously, you celebrate the release of your new album. We listened to your song at the top of the show. And I love how you just really translate like feelings into these like moments. I mean, you really capture emotion in a very unique way.
Yeah, I mean, my songwriting is really, it's very emotional for me. Like, it's definitely my inner world is translated into the writing of my music. I really care about that when
They're
I'm
like
writing my songs.
evolved lyrics, though. I mean, you're making a difference in people's world. Tell us some inspiration. Like, how did these come about?
I mean, this album, most of the songs I would say are about like struggling with relationships.
Let's
really.
talk about that for a minute.
I feel like everyone can relate to that. But that's something that I was really like going through a hard time when I was writing this album, and like really wanting to fall in love and just like not finding that at all. And so I was working through that by writing these songs. And so that's what most of this album is about.
Wow.
Well, it's so beautiful because it seems as though you've really made your way through that in a way that now you can really step into your own, shine in your own light. We have a special look at the reveal of your cover of La Palm.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
Yes, well, we're going to show you
Okay.
right now. Let's take a peek.
I got to be really involved in the styling for the shoot, and I feel like fashion and style is also a big part of my self-expression.
Because if that says who Julie Mintz is, I don't know what could say it better.
Yes, and I really wanted this to be sort of like a little bit of like old-timey, but also you'll see some of the pictures inside. I wanted it to be a bit of an Alice in Wonderland gone wrong. That was my
Gone
inspiration.
so perfectly right.
Yes.
Wow.
So what
Yeah.
inspired the front,
So
the
beautiful.
front of the magazine with the white? Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I think it's like a little bit of my subconscious coming out, but I think because a lot of my songs are about struggling with relationships, and so that's actually a vintage wedding dress.
Oh, so gorgeous.
But it's also just
Wow.
really beautiful. It's from the 70s, and I felt like it really fit with the vibe of the shoot. And we shot it all into Panga Canyon.
It's so LA.
Very
You know, it's funny that you say Alice in Wonderland gone wrong, because when I look at that, I see absolutely nothing but perfection. I mean,
thank you.
in the most beautiful, beautiful way.
Thanks.
Right. So let's talk about I think that today in the dating, and we want to hear your music, we want to hear about everything, but I do think that people can really relate. And I think that telling the story about the struggle of dating and wanting love and not finding that, and how it's come into your lyrics. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, yeah, I mean, the title of my album, which is out in September, I titled it Abandon All Hope of Fruition. And I was reading a book while I was writing all the songs, and it's by a Tibetan Buddhist nun named Pema Chodron, and she wrote a book called When Things Fall Apart.
Love that book.
Yes, which is very timely to be, reading When Things Fall Apart, because things were falling apart.
What a coincidence.
There's a chapter in the book where she says to abandon all hope of fruition as a piece of advice, which sounds really depressing, but really what she's saying is to let go of your idea of your hope of what you think you need to be happy. And that's really all these things that I was writing about. Like, I need this person that I love to love me back, and then I'll be happy, or I need this to be happy. And
We
so
call it outlining in my industry. So a lot of times we'll think we want love or want whatever, and we have blinders on of how that's supposed to show up. And when we take off those blinders, then we kind of just like allow whatever is supposed to come in.
Yes.
It comes in totally different ways than we ever imagined it, right? So
Yes.
how's that been for you?
Well, I think even to just say, this is what I have right now, and to appreciate the things I have now. So not even worrying about the future. So that the hope of fruition, to just let go, stop worrying about the fruition part, and just say, I have these things now. I have a magazine cover that you guys just showed, or like I'm here with you and I'm going to play you a song, and so why am I worrying about something that I think I need in the future to be happy? But it's really hard to do. I'm certainly not an expert at it. It really
So
does.
talk to us a little bit about that. What are you loving most about your life right now? What are you loving most about your music right now?
Well, this is going to be my first full-length album. So just getting to like go out and play it for people. This is the first time I've really had the opportunity to do that. I play in a band with Moby, the recording artist.
Wow, that's impressive.
And so
I mean, one might say you were a bit of a muse, my dear.
yes, thank you. Well, and so it's been great because I've got to do that with him for about 5 years, and he produced a lot of the songs on this album. And so I've really enjoyed doing that, and I got to play at the Hollywood Bowl with him and do a lot of amazing things, but I'm really enjoying getting to do my own thing now and promote my own songs and have people hear them.
So exciting.
Moby is certainly a legend
He is, yeah.
in the music industry. What do you think you've learned most from him?
I think he's actually really helped me, I'd say, with some of my perfectionism that holds me back. Like a lot of the songs that he produced on this album, he would only let me do one vocal take. And I was like, no, that was just the first take. Let me
Just
do it
warm it
again.
up.
And he was like, that's fine, you're done.
Wow.
And I'm like, no, that can't be done. And he's like, you're done, that's it. So I just learned a lot from that of like, you don't need to labor over everything. And
Wow.
yeah.
That's profound. What do you think, that has been a part of your sort of secret for success? What do you think has allowed you to experience the kind of success you're experiencing now? Is it anything specific?
I think it's actually probably just determination.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think if you keep going, eventually, I mean, I've been doing this a really long time. I was writing songs in my apartment and playing shows to like 10 or 12 people when I met Moby, and he was like, oh, I heard that you're a singer. Would you like to sing backup for me on The Tonight Show?
Oh.
That sounds nice, because I've already been doing this for 10 years, and so I think that hopefully if you stick at it, then opportunities will start coming your way.
So dedication and ridiculous musical talent. That combination works well.
So, yeah.
I love that. Well, are
yeah,
you
you
going to
can't
sing
give
a
up.
song for
I'd
us?
love to sing. I'll
do
sing
it.
like a little part of a song. I don't know how much time we have. This is my first single that's out off of my album. This is called The Sorrow Tree. Tell my love and he'll know where. He will come and meet me there. Oh, he'll wait for me beneath the sorrow tree. Ooh, 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 beneath the sorrow tree.
Your voice is, I don't know if it carries through, sometimes hard to hear online, but it's like your
Wow.
voice is, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just so incredibly perfect. It's
you.
amazing.
Bringing tears. It's not just the sorrow tree. It's beautiful.
So
Really beautiful.
angelic.
Oh, so
Thank
where
you.
can people find your music?
So The Sorrow Tree's out now. It's the first single, and that's everywhere you can stream music, iTunes and Spotify. And then the full album will be out September 14th.
Yay!
And I'm on Instagram, all social media.
Well, I just want to say it's so important. Music is everything, and it impacts people across the globe. And your lyrics are profound, they are inspiring, and they're from the heart. And so, thank you so much for all your work that you're doing for all of us.
Thank you for
Together.
listening.
Yeah,
Just incredible.
yeah.
Thanks, you guys.
Aw,
And
so
congratulations on the incredible cover of La Palm magazine.
thank
Be sure to
you.
get your copy. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more on Good Morning La La Land.